What you are about to experience is out of this world. Politics, history, and of course, a lot of entertainment. It's time to rock it with the Docket.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kyle Dockery with the Dockery Docket. We are here with a very short clip from the previous Dockery Docket episode. I know that people don't have a lot of time in their day to watch a full episode of the Dockery Docket, so I'm hoping that this will give you a little taste of what you're missing in the full episode. And if you like it, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and also make sure to watch the full episode, which will be right here on the screen. And with that, enjoy. Now, speaking of scary, Joe Biden decided to make a grand speech at Valley, which has historic significance, as it was an encampment for the United States Army led by George Washington during the Revolutionary War. Along with that, Joe Biden decided to do his speech on January 5th, but it was originally planned to be on January 6th, which is the worst day in American history, and this speech was given just to show how Joe Biden is just like George Washington. Joe Biden is the guy who is protecting our democracy, and he literally saved it from the MAGA Republicans. Basically, this whole speech was Biden yelling. He claimed that the Republicans have abandoned democracy and claimed that we nearly lost America on January 6th, which is the worst day in American history. If our democracy is so fragile that it can be taken over by a guy wearing horns, then I don't think we deserve a democracy. Along with that, America isn't even a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. The founding fathers consistently talked about how democracies are dangerous because it would lead to mob rule. John Adams said, "There was never a democracy yet that did not commit suicide." Just listen to what Joe Biden says here about our democracy.
Today we gather in a new year, some 246 years later, just one day before January 6th. A date forever shared in our memory because it was on that day that we nearly lost America. Lost it all. Today, we're here to answer the most important of questions. Is democracy still America's sacred cause?
January 6th, the worst day in American history, was the best thing that happened to the Democrats. They just pulled that card out all the time, over and over and over again. But that's not the only card that Democrats like to use, as Joe Biden used the Nazi card, which is probably one of the most annoying things in the entire world. You can call Trump a dictator till your face turns blue, but there is no way that anyone in modern politics compares to Adolf Hitler. Here's what Joe Biden had to say about that.
He calls those who oppose him vermin. He talks about the blood of America as being poisoned, echoing the same exact language used in Nazi Germany. He proudly posts on social media the words that best describe his 2024 campaign, quote, revenge, quote, power, and quote, dictatorship.
You know what else Hitler and other dictators did? Arrest their political opponents and keep them off ballots, which the Democrats that are pro-democracy are trying to do right now. Joe Biden then attacks all of the MAGA movement by claiming that
as time has gone on, politics, fear, money, all have intervened. And now these MAGA voices who know the truth about Trump on January 6th have abandoned the truth and abandoned the democracy. They made their choice. Now the rest of us, Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans, we have to make our choice. I know mine, and I believe I know America's. We'll defend the truth, not give in to the big lie. We'll embrace the Constitution and the Declaration, not abandon it. We'll honor the sacred cause of democracy, not walk away from it. Today, I make this sacred pledge to you. The defense, protection, and preservation of American democracy will remain, as it has been, the central cause of my presidency.
once again he is attacking half of the country, claiming that they are racist, terrible people, but will then say that Trump is fanning the flames of hate and division in this country. Joe Biden even celebrated that there were people that were arrested and jailed at the Capitol on January 6th. Some of those people are in solitary confinement. Some of these people were arrested just because they were on the Capitol grounds, saw the door open and walked in. Some people were even waved in by the police. And some people told other people to go into the Capitol and riot, but they weren't even arrested. I'm looking at you, Ray Epps. Once again, there were people on January 6th, which was the worst day in American history, that did terrible things, and they should be arrested and condemned. However, I don't think that the country almost fell apart. I don't think democracy was at stake. I don't think that Trump planned it beforehand. January 6th, the worst day in American history, has become a holiday for these Democrats. We have news anchors crying on TV remembering it.
I'm going to try to get through this. Thank you for what you did 3 years ago today. Please tell me your thoughts on this third anniversary.
And we have so many people on Twitter talking about it, and I just want these people to shut up and move on. Here's the thing. Joe Biden had to make this speech for one simple reason. He knows he is losing. He knows that his policies are terrible. He knows his approval rating is in the toilet. He knows that every single poll that is coming out right now shows that Donald Trump is winning. We see Trump winning with the black vote, the Latino vote, and now even the youth vote. People are getting sick and tired of Democratic policies. And right now, we can see that Joe Biden is scared out of his mind. He is scared that his party will turn on him and kick him out and replace him with Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris. He knows that his road is up. And that is why, even though it seems like the first week of 2024 has been crazy and going downhill, we can make up for it by voting for Donald Trump in November. And then we can party while we watch the news media complain and cry and talk about how we literally have a fascist in the White House, even though Donald Trump isn't even close to being a fascist. And with that, I just want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Dockery Docket. And until next time, like my mom always says, be good, be kind, be loving, goodbye.